Thank you for joining us on The Moderate Conservative. I am your host, the Matty Man, the actual moderate conservative. Or you can call me for dinner. Let's get into it. We have a huge historical event occurring at the moment. We're losing Afghanistan. Now, we weren't exactly winning before, but we were at least holding status quo. Now, Biden pulling out fast as we can pull out. The Taliban just took over Kabul, which means they have a full stronghold on the Afghans. There are many problems with this. And I understand the comments, the sentiments of the American people. We've been there for 20 years. 20 years is good enough. Let's go home. We're not going to win the war. Let's go home. We unsuccessfully destabilized Afghanistan. Let's go home. Your house is on fire. Well, the fire department got there, but, it's mostly burnt. Let's go home. There are other homes in your neighborhood that are going to catch fire, but yours is pretty much gone. We should go home. The entire neighborhood could be wiped out. Yeah, but yours is almost to the ground. We're going home. We lost the house. And because of our inaction, we can lose the whole neighborhood. That's exactly how I view this. Now, we've been there for 20 years. It's costing us an arm and a leg, money we don't have, soldiers who don't want to be there, generals who don't want to be there, people in Afghanistan who don't want us to be there. I get it. But like the analogy I just gave you, if the fire department showed up at your house and said, well, it's mostly burnt, we're just going to stand here and watch it burn to the ground, you'd be like, but what do you mean? If we send people in there, they could catch on fire. No sense killing anybody. Your house is almost gone anyway. Just forget it. But we'll make sure it goes down in a nice, clean, orderly fashion. Oh, you'd be beside yourself. You would. I know you would. I know I would. I'd be like, oh, why'd you even show up? That's where the Afghans are right now. Why'd you even show up? Because there's going to be a lot of bloodshed on this. Taliban don't play fair. They don't just win and sit there and occupy. No, they kill dissidents. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed over this. And every bit of that blood is going to be on the hands of Biden. You say, why do you guys blame Biden for everything? For the same reason you blame any president for anything. When Trump was in office, everybody blamed Trump. If you had hemorrhoids, it was Trump's fault. Now Biden's in office. And Biden is legitimately doing dumb things for which he needs to be held accountable. You do not tell the enemy, hey, on 9/11, September the 11th, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be completely gone by September 11th. That's not too far away. Let's just go and start marching, because y'all probably at half staff right now. You ain't going to fight us. And there it went. President Trump had actually negotiated a safe, quiet withdrawal, which probably would have resulted in a lot less bloodshed than we're going to see right now, a whole lot less gunfire, and a whole lot more of an amicable peace, because it's obvious democracy is not going to work in a 12th century border town to nowhere. But if we can plant a seed or five, maybe the next generation steps up. Maybe the generation after that steps up. But none of them will step up if they don't have the tools to move with. And that's what Trump was trying to give them. I know we got to go. We've been here for forever. I'd like to get out, but we need to leave you with these tools. Biden comes in and says, nah, you know what? Nah, we're going right now. What? And he's like, oh, wait, I got to send some more troops in now. So you should have never pulled them in the first place. Well, you know, my predecessor drew us. Yes, shut up. Just shut up. Worthless excuse for a human being. We should have never gone because it wasn't the right place to go. But once we got there, we should never have pulled out. I'm not a big fan of our Korean situation, but South Korea feels pretty comfortable, and North Korea pretty much stays north. I wouldn't have been terribly comfortable with a scenario like that in Afghanistan, but at least it wouldn't be Taliban, so on and so forth. At least the women could be women and not herded, covered cattle, which is what they're going to be. At least the dissidents could live in peace and harmony. They're going to be killed. So I don't see the win here. We've gone from winning all the time to losing all the time in less than 200 days. And say what you want to about Trump, I think you could have negotiated this deal pretty well. I think my grandmother could have negotiated this deal better. Unfortunately, though, this is just the first couple of 100 days. We got 3 more years of this garbage. That's why in 2022 we have to do our part. You have to elect a conservative Senate and House. We have to neuter this guy before he signs away our great-grandchildren 60 times removed and puts them in some kind of debt they're never going to be able to pay. We need to make that move. We need to do that. If not for yourself, do it for your kids, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your disabled neighbor that lives down the road that can barely get outside and now will get outside less because it's way more expensive as inflation kicks in. So whomever that is won't be able to have a nurse. We need to put an end to this. It was cute. It was funny. I get it. You hate Trump. I hate a lot of people, but not enough to burn my own house down. And I don't really hate them. I just don't like them. But I don't not like them enough to burn my house down, blow my car up, and, neuter myself just to show them how angry I am at them, which is exactly what we've done to this country in the first 200 days under a Biden-Harris administration. It's time to stop. It's time to get rid of the great giveaways. It's time. It's time. Been time. Really time now. Have any questions? Throw in some comments down there. We love comments. Like, share, and subscribe. I love subscribers. Once again, this has been the Moderate Conservative. I am your host, the Matty Man, and take care and God bless and good day, America, wherever you are.